Welcome to another Petersburg By Night revamped production. The following is rated for mature audiences and may contain graphic themes that will be distressing to some viewers. As always, we recommend you ensure the safety and well-being of yourself and those around you at all times. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to the St. Pete by Night Twitch channel, where we play St. Petersburg by Night, a massive multiplayer tabletop role-playing game set in the world of darkness. We play Vampire the Masquerade, Hunter the Reckoning, and Werewolf the Apocalypse. My name is Nikki, also known as Crafty Mirage, and you can find me on all social media at Crafty Mirage, and I am one of the storytellers here at St. Pete by Night. Make sure to check out St. Pete by Night on all major social media platforms. We're on Twitter, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, and we're on YouTube. But you should check us out on our website, stpetebynight.com, where we have our city map, storyteller profiles, and our one-of-a-kind threat meter. If you aren't already a subscriber here on Twitch, you should go ahead and hit that follow button and catch up on our past episodes. And if you're interested in playing with us, come join our Discord server and be a part of our amazing community. Today we are playing Don't Get Caught, our Anarch Chronicle here on St. Pete by Night. Let's go ahead and introduce our players.
Hi, I'm Jade. I'm going to be playing the Toreador chef, Alex Baker.
I am Mango, and I am playing the tenacious Tremere, Annalise Fisher.
Hi, I'm Krazaz. Have you seen KFC, John? And I play Rex Elias, Nosferatu.
I'm Jay. I play Valerie Monet. Been true one, superstar, really riding the ranks here.
All right, so last we left off our coterie. After meeting with the co-barons, we're given a deadline of 1 month to get rid of the problem of the Wight in the Dunedin territory. And the coterie spent the next week reprimanding Alex for her behavior in front of the co-barons, in which there was some yelling, there was some light torture from the Tremere, and there was some telling of if you do it again, we might fucking kill you going around. After reconvening, they went and started investigating the Scratch Bar and Grill in Dunedin, where the chef Dan Taylor was murdered by the Wight. Through some investigation, they learned that this Wight was a lot sneakier than the others, than the last one that they encountered, and Annalise was able to get a clear picture of said Wight on the street cameras. We're going to be going into our first scene of the night, which is Valerie and Alex. Valerie wanted to go ahead and get in touch with Alex this week. So Alex, Valerie, how are you going about getting in touch with Alex?
I imagine the first thing I would kind of aim for is just to find Alex at the Haven, hopefully at some point. If Alex is going to be dropping by, or at least stopping by occasionally to the Haven. And if not, I would then reach out via text.
So we'll say that you are able to find Alex one evening when she's at the Haven. Alex, your hand has fully grown back by this point and is back in working order, like nothing had happened. And we'll say that you are in the Coterie Haven's kitchen, and the scene is yours.
Actually, before we start, we should probably rouse, right?
We'll go ahead and do rouse checks for the actual like full coterie scene when we're like caught up to the date, because this is like the stuff during the week.
Okay, just making sure, just checking. All right. Imagine now, catching you in the kitchen. Valerie kind of stand there staring at you for a second, kind of trying to think of how to lead this before ultimately just kind of. Alex, if you have a moment, I was wanting to talk with you. If you somewhere more private, like the balcony, or if you prefer my room, if so desired, just whenever if you have the opportunity right now.
I appreciate it, Miss Monet. Let's head over to your room.
Yes. And I would just walk ahead, walk up to my room, not even looking back to see if you're following me, just assuming you're there. And kind of once we get there, I'll shut the door behind me, as I'll just. You don't have to call me Miss Monet, or you could just call me Valerie. You don't have to do that.
I appreciate it. I'm just trying to show respect here. I'm a bit on edge.
Maybe you'll see Valerie kind of stand there, like kind of awkwardly for a moment, kind of just not sure exactly how to lead this. Still not sure, like not used to the scenario, feeling a little awkward, out of their element, as eventually they just kind of. How are you holding up? Are you doing okay? Is your hand healed properly?
It has. There's certainly been inconvenience from it, but it taught me a valuable lesson.
Alex, look, you don't have to do all this right now. Look, I know it's okay. Let me start from the beginning here. I happen to know what it's like to be reprimanded pretty heavily for mistakes. And what happened, I think, while maybe it was necessary, it was a bit extreme. And I wanted to check in on you. I know greatly what it's like to have a sire who is not the best. I assume that you're in a similar situation. Just kind of, standing there, kind of waiting for a reply, just kind of looking around, like, not quite sure, like fidgeting with their hands a little bit.
I appreciate the sympathy. Definitely have issues with Sire, but those awful barons.
Yeah, they definitely enjoy their position. They're a couple of asses. We don't have to play around it.
It feels like they set us up to fail.
It's entirely possible. If it seems that amongst ourselves, kindred, they love to see each other fail more than they love to succeed. It feels like it's all about screwing over each other and not even about getting anything done. But look, I just know that this, I guess, do you want to talk about your sire? I know a lot of people are a bit more sensitive about that subject. I am as well. I know my sire is, well, I can't say they didn't educate me. They've took very strong methods. I've been left brink of starving, forced to drink type of blood that would make me vomit. And even before that, I've had my marks, to say the least.
Can I roll to see if Valerie's being earnest here, or?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a wits and insight, and Valerie, go ahead and give me either a manipulation and persuasion or manipulation and subterfuge roll. And you can DM me whether you're lying or not.
Would be
I'm gonna DM you a
charisma or
question.
manipulation for Valerie?
It would be manipulation because they're trying to tug on your feelings right now and trying to get you to open up.
I love using willpower. Five successes.
3 successes? Is that bestial failure I see?
Oh boy. Wait, are you at 300? Oh, you didn't feed since last time? Oof. Sorry to hear that, buddy. I don't. You might be muted if you're talking.
5 successes. Valerie seems to be genuine in this moment. So much so that it triggers your compulsion of obsession. And you are now fixated on Valerie and her beauty. You definitely want to open up to her.
You have proven yourself time and time again, Valerie. Hey, what do you want to know?
It's not about what I want to know. I just want you to know you're free to share what you've been through with your sire, and I think it'll give a better idea of where you are. I hate to see those new kindred who've been abandoned, who've been mistreated. So, as some of them may sound, I actually want to help and see if I can do anything.
Should I go from the beginning then?
If that's what you want to do.
So, was originally living in Oregon, moved back in after the show got canceled, and then just one night she embraced me and took me back to her haven. In Beverly Hills. It was a wild time, basically led around on a golden chain. He never left wanting, but never really had any freedom or anything to do, beyond just being paraded around like a showgirl to all the other elders. What I learned was mostly from overhearing their conversations. And then, eventually, one day she found this new childer, and just pushed me aside, and treated me like a security guard from then on keeping the haven safe. I realized what was going on and tried to push back a little, only to be kicked out and sent to here to support Sebastian, apparently as payment for some kind of old debt.
Um, sorry to hear that. I may sound surprising, but I actually think I can relate to what you feel in some sort of capacity. I know the feeling of not knowing freedom, not knowing being able to do what you want, to being able to live a life you want to. I am sorry to hear that. I guess they didn't. I assumed that she didn't really teach you anything.
Very little, and it was all talk and very little action. And I was hoping people would actually be doing stuff around here and proving their worth rather than just talking about it.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of stuff that's going on right now. People are trying to make a name for themselves. A lot of it does have to involve planning and a lot of legwork that goes into it. So while it may not seem like a lot happening, there's a lot of buildup that needs to happen before something major can happen, or major change can occur. You have to have your
As I
legs
have
before you
learned.
start running. Yeah,
I was really on edge during that meeting and hoping to actually prove my worth, only to completely stumble.
yeah, it was. I mean, to be honest, I don't. You were pretty close to another kindred I knew in their first blunder meeting a baron. At the very least, it's only a lost hand and not a potential blood bond. But
Indeed.
I know that you can. I know you'll come back from this, Alex. I want to help you out. I know what it's like to have something like that. And look, I know we talked about that favor with the news thing. You don't have to. You can forget it. It's fine. It's you don't want me for that. It just in the future, just please try and be a bit more mindful. I'm not expecting you a total obedience from you. I don't want that. I know I may be a Ventru, but that's not. I don't want that. I mean, there's a reason why Rex is the leader after all. He's much more suited for that position, not something I want.
So I have since learned.
I know it may not be to your standards in terms of looks and profession, but he can be a pretty nice guy if you just give him a chance. At least he's a
He is
like
a
a straight shooter. He won't lead you astray. He won't lie or play the game with you.
Honestly, he has since proven his worth to me, and I believe he seems like a valuable leader to have. I just wish I can prove myself to him and find a place in this coterie.
Just, I'm sure you'll be able to. Last mission went really well. We didn't have really any issues. We got good progress. Just keep on going as you are. You don't have to call me Miss Monet, but if you, I know that the other two wants you to call them by, like that. You guess go ahead. But I just wanted to check in on you, make sure you're doing okay.
I
And
appreciate it, Valerie.
it's like awkwardly kind of like look side to side, like kind of unsure how to end this conversation. Just kind of like a
Valerie, give me a
Or-
composure and intelligence roll.
sure do love that role. Oh boy, 1 success. Wait, why are they saying I'm 2 hunger? Oh, never mind. Didn't matter.
You're looking around the room, trying to figure out a way to just end this conversation, like bring this conversation to an end, when you feel a sudden pull. And this inexplicable urge to head north.
I feel this like kind of pulse through my body, and I kind of look a little startled for a second before I kind of, Alex, I need to get going. I have some business I attend to, but if you need anything, and then Valerie will do the most awkward kind of shoulder pat, just kind of reach over and a little like there, kind of just, and then kind of just gives a nod, and then we'll just hurry out the room.
Before you go, one last thing.
I'll kind of be like the door, and I look behind me, like kind of a little impatient.
You know how the microwave's been broken for a while?
Yeah. I was actually intending on sending River to get a new one, but I kind of forgot about it.
I understand busy schedules. In my free time, I've been making meals for the ghouls, trying to keep them comfortable here.
I appreciate that. I'll give a nod and kind of hover for a second before, like, I do have to get going though. And kind of like starts shutting the door behind her before just leaving the room entirely.
Come visit the parlor sometime.
And then you hear like from like while I'm leaving, you hear like yeah, I will, and then just shut the door and then leaves.
You head downstairs, and as you're heading downstairs, you see River reaching for keys, and your father also getting up, as the ghouls are also feeling the pull. And the three of you start heading out to River's car, where the three of you load in and start driving north. We're going to switch now to Annalise. Annalise, you took on the task of trying to research who this individual that you found on the photo was. And in doing so, you went ahead and tried to hack into, I believe, federal databases, correct?
Maybe just a little bit.
Just a little bit?
Gotta have some facial recognition software. That's okay. I have firewalls. Fuck them.
Mm-hmm. What's the role that you have? Can you go ahead and roll me an intelligence and technology to see what the bar is for your firewalls? You cannot spend willpower on this roll or blood search because this is an unexpected retaliation.
Okay. Can I use my hacking skill as it has to do with covering my trail in the process of hacking?
No, because cybersecurity and hacking are different.
Fair. Fine. Damn it. It was worth a shot. All right. You said intelligence and technology?
Mm-hmm.
Three successes.
3 successes.
I'm so freaking scared right now.
So, you're going through the database. And as you go through the database, your screen goes black.
Motherfucker.
You just see a single blinking white dot. A data entry dot. Your speakers start suddenly playing the song Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
What in the Wicked Witch of the West is this shit?
It is the Judy Garland version, too. And on the
Classic still, but what the fuck?
And on your screen, you see the words being typed. Naughty, naughty.
Can I type words in return?
You can certainly try.
I would like to type in, is this all of my screens have gone black?
All of your screens have gone black and are all have the same text on them.
God damn it. Okay, so I can't try to like run a reverse trace or anything. Okay. I would like to type back in hang on a second. I want to find the right words for this. I figured I'd branch out since I'm not in Kansas anymore.
You go ahead and type, and you see your words typing on the screen, replacing the words that just got left that had just been there. And then you see the words across the screen. You don't look like you're from Kansas. And you look up and you see your webcam is on. Not a lot of people look into my turf.
Yeah, it's interesting turf. And I had a pressing interest.
Looking for someone? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Tinder got boring.
You suddenly see your screens all light up to Tinder profiles across the Tarpon Springs, Dune Eden, Palm Harbor area.
Do I see our guy in any of them?
No. It's just tons.
Damn it.
It's just tons of Tinder's profiles just appearing, and you see motions of swiping left, right, left, right.
That's pretty funny. Can I still type in?
Yeah, the one screen is still black, but the other screens have now started to do stuff.
I will type back in. I have more discerning taste than that. You seem like a fun person. What's your handle?
You see that you see on the screen, that's not the game we're playing.
We're playing a game? I love games. What game are we playing?
Hide and seek.
Am I seeking now?
Found you. And then you see you get like you see on one of your screens, a Google Maps street view of your place.
Ah, shit. Yeah, I would be doing this at my own haven. God damn it. Is this you asking for a date?
Already committed.
Then why are you looking at other women?
Maybe I'm into that. Maybe I'm looking for new play toys.
Oh, you're out of luck, kiddo. I'm nobody's toy.
Then you see the photo you had just been you're trying to like facial recognize on the screen. What's it worth?
What do you want?
Just says a favor.
I would like a name for who I'm talking to before I commit to any favors.
Give me a manipulation and persuasion.
2 dice! I'm not a people person. May I burn a willpower for this one?
Sure.
Still 1 success. Okay.
1 success. With 1 success, one of your screens goes to just a video on the loop of someone going and then you see on another screen pop up, you see code. You see code coming up. Go ahead and give me an intelligence and technology roll to see if you understand what this coding does.
Okay. All right, and we're gonna. No, I want to know what this shit is. I'm gonna burn a willpower.
Okay.
Seriously, my willpower burns are doing nothing to my rolls. Okay, 2 successes.
It is. It's just the dice spot's being bitey today. Doesn't like people, it seems. I think the dice spot's in a mood. I think it needs sacrifices here soon.
Apparently.
So, you're trying to make heads or tails of this code, but it's extremely complicated. You haven't seen anything like it before. And as suddenly the code goes away and you just start seeing face after face after face after face. Dozens of people you've never seen before. You do recognize two of the faces, though, one being the guy that you were looking for. You just see an image of their face appearing normal. And then you see another image of that same girl, Haley. You see her pop up on the screen and it's just more faces, more faces, more faces, just...
Am I able to try to screen capture this?
Nope. You tried,
damn it.
You can't do anything. You've lost complete control of your system right now.
Oh, I'm so mad. I will type in, how am I supposed to talk to you if I don't even have anything to call you? I don't need a real name.
There, you see the just the thing blinking, and then finally, Alice.
Shit, Al had a daughter. Alice, okay.
And then on the screen again, you're looking at my glass. More faces just keep piling through.
I'm gonna type in, are these all people that fell down the rabbit hole?
These are all people living in the state. I have access to if you have access to my looking glass, you can find anyone. For a price.
What favor did you want?
Major favor. For access to the looking glass.
One major favor for ongoing access to the looking glass. Question mark.
There's a few minutes of pause. Major favor for full access to the looking glass so long as I deem necessary. And you see Haley's face as a Wight. So you see the image that you have gotten from Rex of the sewers. You see that. You just see until this is dealt with.
DONE period send.
Your screens blink back to normal as it was before this all happened. Your speakers still playing somewhere over the rainbow, though. The YouTube video of Judy Garland still playing. And you see in the very center of your main screen a new program has been installed remotely
Fuck
to
yeah.
your computer. Just simply saying Looking Glass.
I want to open it up and find our boy.
You open up Looking Glass and you put in the image of the guy. And as you put it in, you get immediate results. You just put in the image, and the photo is cross-referenced across across police databases, social media, and anything you could think that a photo would show up of this guy, you suddenly have access to it. But it's only for, you notice, the Tampa Bay area.
That's fine. That's all I need.
You discover that this man's name is Andre Fisher. And that
Fisher?
Yes, Andre Fisher. No relation. It's spelled differently. F-I-S-C-H-R-E.
Okay. I was about to be like, who the fuck is this?
I've had his name like this since before you joined the table, okay? His name's Andre Fisher. You see that you learn that he is in his late 20s. He works at a local Publix as a stalker. Like stocks on the shelves.
Literally and figuratively.
He stocks shelves. And you learn that he has been missing for 4 weeks. A missing persons report was put in on him from his co-workers after a week after he was last seen, when he didn't show up for work and wasn't responding to calls. The police.
So to clarify timeline, went missing 4 weeks ago, reported missing 3 weeks ago?
Reported missing 3 weeks ago, went missing 4. The last time he was seen was 4 weeks ago after leaving work one night. And walking home. They learned that he had gone missing. He had to have gone missing because his coworkers and his employer had tried calling him several times with no answer. And when they sent a wellness check to his house, police found his pet. He had a cat. His cat was emaciated and not having been left alone for several days, dehydrated and lacking in food.
The poor baby.
And then a report went in, and the police have been looking for him, but he hasn't been seen.
And he just had the cat, no other friends or family or anything like that to follow up with?
He does have family, but family has reported that they haven't heard from him either. You do see that there are Facebook posts across social media from the family asking if anyone has seen or heard of their son to please reach out and let them know.
Okay. And do I have a geographic area he was last seen in that I could maybe put on a map near where the Haley last sighting was?
So you see that Haley's last sighting was actually on the west coast of Tarpon Springs at one of the beaches, whereas Andre went missing all the way down in Dunedin.
Okay, but they went missing in the Anarch territories,
Yes.
not in Tampa.
In the Anarch territories.
Interesting. Okay, well, if I've got this information, I am gonna put the physical cover back over my webcam because that shit was creepy. I don't like that. And then I'm going to text Rex and say, I got a hit.
Alright.
Smile emoji, thumbs up.
Cool.
All right, now we're going to move back to Valerie. Valerie, you are in a car. You are in River's car. He has a destination in mind. There's nothing on the GPS, but you, in your gut, you know that he is going the right direction. He drives for about 30 minutes north of Holiday even, like going past Holiday, past the Tampa border limits, until you arrive at like this suburban house just in the middle of some like just not very memorable residential neighborhood. Mark and River get out of the vehicle, and Mark will start heading directly towards the door, whereas River will open the door for you and allow you out of the vehicle. And then you all head up to the house. It's a typical Florida home, one story with like the pastel painted exterior, solar panels on the roof. You do see that there is a light on inside, and that but there wasn't another vehicle parked here. Mark approaches the door and knocks. And when he finishes, when he waits for a few moments and the door opens, and you see a woman you haven't met before. She's got like red curly-ish hair that she's got up in a bun with like a head wrap on to kind of just like keep it all in place. Wearing very bohemian clothing, lots of bracelets and bangles and stuff like that. Long maxi skirts, just very comfortably dressed. And she'll smile politely at you. Just be like, come on in.
I'll flash her one of the most fake smiles I can muster before entering in.
She'll go on and have a seat in the living area, where you see that there are playing cards that look like they've set up to be playing solitaire. And you do see that there is another figure seated at one of the chairs, and you recognize the striking white, like processed white hair of your sire, Agnes. And you see her that she is just actively just like playing cards with this woman. Valerie, good, you're here. I figured this would be easier than giving a phone call and making people suspicious of you. I'm very considerate that way.
Hopefully there is no eyes on me watching me come here, but I've been acclimating back at
That's
least
what Masterson's for, darling.
I suppose I didn't really find this to be, I'm surprised this to be the place you chose. Didn't really seem your style as much.
Oh, I can be domestic sometimes.
So River and Mark, they're both in here, right? As well,
River and Mark are also inside.
I will. Fuck it, we're gonna go for it. I'm gonna take a seat. If I haven't already, and I will say,
No.
Oh.
We did not say that you could sit down, darling.
Pause and grumpily stand there as You're finishing up your game is going to finish soon.
I honestly don't think I'm going to win this hand as she flips another card. Yeah. And you see her get up, smooth out her mini skirt. Still professional, but still a little scandalous. But she'll stand up. You and I are gonna go talk a little bit more privately, and the ghouls can entertain each other. And she'll start heading to the back, to the backyard, actually.
I will follow behind.
Once you're outside, she slides the closing door leading into the kitchen shut, making sure that the curtains are drawn so you guys have total privacy in the dark backyard. You see that there are some chairs, like some patio furniture. There's some patio furniture there. And she'll have a seat at one of them. Go ahead and sit down, darling.
I'll take a seat.
So, how are things now that you're back?
Things have been a little bit of an adjustment, but ultimately nothing I can't handle. Obviously, many are suspicious, especially with
What smart
Mark
kindred
being
wouldn't
there.
be?
Yeah, but I at least gotten the reluctant trust of my coterie, which is frankly all I really need right now.
I'm surprised Mark is still alive.
Well, I was able to keep him without having to do anything too drastic. They forced me
How
to
so?
feed him.
Ooh.
Just,
Ooh.
This
You're so... That's
someone there, one of us is newer, and they don't quite have the knowledge of how things go. But
Oh, be careful, darling. They'll mistake you for a Giovanni here if you keep doing that.
Valerie at this point kind of like lean forward and kind of look to Agnes as she'll say, I want something to be known here. I know that you need me as much as, unfortunately, I need your protection. I just heard, don't think I've forgotten about something about a purpose, about whatever you're talking about. I think it'd be best if we were on mutual understanding, because it seems like if I mess up whatever plan you have, that there will be dire repercussions for you too. And don't think I'm not willing to take us both down, because trust me, I'm more than willing.
Go ahead and give me either a wits and insight or wits and awareness. Your choice.
What if I told you they were both the same roll?
You still have to tell me which one you're doing.
I'll do wits and insight. I wanna
Okay.
get, actually I'll do wits awareness. I'll do that instead. I wanna kind of get the feel of the room. So I'm gonna obviously blood surge. I'm not hungry. All right. Use willpower.
Okay.
Ooh, 4 successes. Spicy roll.
4 successes. It's dark, but as you see Agnes sort of lower her head a little bit as you start saying those things. And you almost miss it, but you see a little bit of red trailing down her face.
I will kind of keep my, I imagine I'm kind of keep my straight face as I'm just leaning forward, staring at her.
I was wanting to keep you away from it and protect you as long as possible, but I guess that Primogen Bateman didn't erase that part of what you overheard. All right, I'm willing to have an open and honest conversation with you, darling.
I have your word of the venture. be open and honest, no deception.
You have my word as a babble.
I'll nod to that. I'll sit back. I finally kind of sit back and just kind of shoulders lower a little bit. Just kind of.
What do you want to know? You ask the questions, darling.
What is this whole purpose? What is this plan? What's going on?
Things are not good in Tampa, Valerie, and they haven't been for a long time. We believe, those of us in the Ventru believe that the time for change is quickly approaching. Currently, things are not doing well under Marius. And it is our hope that we could look to the future for that change. And you were chosen for that change.
That change? What do you mean?
Darling, you aren't naive. You know what's going on with Marius. He's been unstable for decades. He was once a good leader, yes. He was once a paragon of the Ventru, but his methods of late have been a little erratic. And we can't have that any longer if we are to maintain control, kindred control of this state for the Camarilla.
I just don't understand though what you mean by change. Am I looking to be put in the position?
We recognize that things have changed in recent nights, and as much as we loathe to admit it, the Black Rose of St. Petersburg, Isabel de Navarra, despite her treachery with her praxis, was right about one thing, and that is that the youth will inherit. The youth will inherit the power, and the youth will inherit the cities and the Camarilla. You have the advantage, being as young as you are, being so separated from the blood as you are, to not succumb to the same problems that Marius is succumbing to. The beckoning is not something that many kindred anticipated, many elders anticipated, but it's here, and it is taking more of them every day. And so, we picked you.
So, you're telling me that everything that happened to me, all
Was to prepare
Taken away.
you.
for just a leadership change to be put.
You're special, Valerie. You have a mental resilience that is unparamounted.
You stole my life away because I had a
I
strong mental fortitude.
I stole your life away to give you a brighter future and to lead your people, your generations into the future. You were meant to be a shining light to liberate Tampa. And we have gone through extreme lengths to keep you safe.
Just Valerie kind of just a look of disbelief and kind of shock as taking all this in, but how, there's no way that this is a majority opinion. There's the Camarilla. I know the Camarilla. They don't like
It's not a majority opinion, of course not. It's a fucking coup, Valerie.
That's why how are you going to get this to work? What is
Hopefully, slowly, methodically, and well planned out, which you nearly ruined. We were keeping you in the dark to protect you. You're still very young and not ready to face Marius yet.
face Marius?
Do you think that we're going to be able to take this without bloodshed? The Ventru are domineering. We are charismatic, but we are also we also have lineages that build up mental walls to prevent us from being the ones manipulated. Why do you think I let you leave? For your own safety.
When I get in, if this does happen, if coup does succeed, then what? I'm just going to lead the Camarilla? Am I just going to be a puppet leader? Am I just going to sit there so you or Bateman?
No, darling. You will be the prince.
There's so many other that have been probably better than me that would have been willing for this, but you took me from where I was. I didn't even have a childhood. All this for your coup? For your...
Yes, I know. I've had to do a lot of things that not a lot of people were happy about to achieve this.
You see Valerie, kind of eyes are welling up. Crimson, kind of little tears start coming out a little bit as Valerie's just kind of, you took my father. You took
your father.
Childhood. You took my life just for your fucking plan, for your little coup. You could have chosen anyone else, and you took me. I didn't even want any of this.
None of us ask for this, Valerie, and if we do, very few do. But one thing is for certain, it's happened already. It's done. You are what you are, and you can either decide to abandon it, or you can make that change and difference that you keep spouting on about. You think that Kindred Society can change, correct? You believe that, honestly?
I really hope that it can. I really want it to.
And how do you make change?
by action. You have to take steps in order to make it happen. Because as I've learned, kindred don't change on their own.
No. You make change happen. The best way to make change happen is to put yourself in a position where you can make it happen. You are the last one left. You think you were the only one that we put on this path? No, there were other Ventru Childers as well. They are gone now.
How many?
There were at least 3. They didn't last. Marius was very ravenous during Isabel's secession. That's why I let you leave. I was afraid that you would be next again.
See, Valerie's kind of just almost like in a shock right now, just kind of just processing all this information, kind of still little like tears, bloody tears occasionally dropping down her face, but kind of realizing that all the things that happened to her were pretty much just because someone else wanted a power play. Nothing spectacular, nothing crazy. As she kind of recomposed herself after a moment, and so what's the plan? What's the next steps, I guess?
That's entirely up to you, dear. You're not ready, and neither are we over in Tampa. Edward is dealing with pest problem over there. It's not safe for you in Tampa right now, so it's easier for you to just continue as you have been doing, hiding amongst the Anarchs.
Okay. And I guess another question now, being honest, and how did you know I was there? After my feeding, I learned that you were asking about me at De Noches. I know that you didn't quite know exactly where I was. So how did you, if you were having to ask people there, what did you, was it just by pure chance, or what happened?
Valerie, Anarchs aren't dumb. They know to utilize what resources they do have. Why do you think we let Sebastian keep his little territory there when we're right above him?
He's just a fucking sellout?
No. He is an Anarch. But he's a smart Anarch. He'll do what he has to do to ensure that he has what he wants, which is his own little area that he can command, and we're more than happy to just let him have that. I kept Camarilla off of patrolling that particular area just to avoid issues.
In exchange, he sells out my location, what I'm doing.
He just told me how you were doing. He never told me where you were.
And you found me, was that just by pure chance? That was
by pure chance, yes. You were very noticeable. I was coming back from Alvarez's nightclub, and I saw you. I noticed River.
Just the look of frustration and anger on Valerie's face, of just realizing that all this time they thought how little they were and how much they were just a fool and realized that it was never actually the case, that they were actually still at least somewhat hidden, even though, and how De Leon sold her out, and it's just fucking should have knew it. Those fucking anarchs can't think but anything of them fucking selves. That's all they do.
I don't think that the Baron. She rolls her eyes and has like just saying the very word Baron is full of contempt. I don't think that the Baron was was doing that from an anarch perspective, but more from a cartel perspective. He still has to send people into Tampa, after all, to operate his enterprises, his empire, as it will.
Same with all of them. The co-barons down to the south are just nothing but bloodthirsty psychopaths who are willing to power trip whenever they want. And I don't even know about Pharaoh.
Pharaoh. I've heard of him. He was also in Miami. He's been poking around.
I don't know.
I think he was poking around about something that you might have put him on, actually.
Was it Gabriel? Was that the name?
Yes, I believe that was the name.
Look, Agnes, if you can help me with something, Agnes, I can at least try and consider what we talked about and try
And what's that, darling?
to digest it. I promise someone that I would find a civic kindred by the name of Gabriel, and he was a part of
I know of Gabriel, darling.
Yeah, I remember somewhere in the Camarilla, but I can't remember where.
Clan Toreador, he is no longer with us.
What do you mean? What?
She's gonna look you dead in the eye. I have done what I've had to do to ensure you survive.
No, you can't just say that. What did you do? What did you do to him?
I sent him to Marius instead of you.
See, Valerie kind of just like whole like kind of tough demeanor. Their like stern face just kind of drops in shock. Kind of their shoulder drops down too, as they kind of look of horror kind of come across their face. It's like, what? No, you. Are you serious? No, that's why. Why would you do that? What? There's no one else. There was.
It was you or him. I chose you.
Fuck.
If you're wise, you'll keep it to yourself. They tend to be a little dramatic when they're from the Roses.
Iris just kind of looks back to the house and kind of looks very distraught about something. Or ultimately just kind of, fuck. Okay, I at least appreciate you letting me know. God. just kind of sits there, just kind of looking almost a little defeated, but still like there's a part of looks like kind of satisfaction, if you will, finally getting the full picture. As Valerie just kind of, okay, at least I guess I know now. I'll give it a thought. I'll try and give it at least. I'll consider it. Okay, I'll consider it. I'll make sure to give it a fair thought. Okay,
You're upset, and she'll pull out a handkerchief and hand it over to you. Take a few moments. Enjoy the night air. I'll go back inside. Wipe your face off. And then when you're ready, you can come back inside. And she'll hand you the handkerchief, hand you a pack of wet wipes too, and she will head back inside.
I'll sit there. I'll sit out there for a little bit, kind of wipe my face, as I will kind of just sit there, come processing everything. I'm actually gonna use Blush of Life, so I can actually kind of feel the air on my skin to be able to kind of take in the illusion of life once again.
Okay, go ahead and give me a rouse check.
Hunger unchanged.
Gotta love springtime.
Yeah. Just kind of like taking a deep breath in, kind of feeling the cool air on her skin just as she kind of stands there. She looks back towards the building, kind of. Or she kind of clutches the wet wipe that she'll like kind of use on her face, clear up her face, and she'll look at him, holding at him, before she gives a pretty, as strong as she can, throw with them. She just kind of lets out a fuck, and it throws them as far as she can. Or she's kind of just breathe heavy as she just stares and fuck. Before ultimately just taking a few moments to get their composure back and walking back inside.
All right. You go back inside. River and Mark are ready to go. River looks uncomfortable just because it's River, but he looks uncomfortable. He's avoiding Agnes's gaze and keeping his face purely down to the ground. You do see that Agnes is feeding Mark, re-upping her blood bond with him, just to ensure that he's still hers. And once you come on in, she'll give you a smile, walk over, and just gently pat your cheek. Give it a think over. And we'll check in again next month, okay? If you ever need to escape as well, and she'll hand you a key. This location is safe.
I'll nod as I'll start walking out with River and Mark. I'm going to not look at River, just kind of avoiding his eye contact, as I'll just start walking out.
Okay. And with that, we are going to move on to Rex and Valerie. Rex, you were wanting to meet with Valerie. How are you going to go about getting in contact with her?
I'll send her a text message, and it'll just be where are you at and the thinking emoji. I was thinking about interjecting during that, like her being outside and doing that. But however you want.
You know what? We'll say that on the way, Valerie, as you're driving back, is when you get that text message from Rex.
Yeah, Valerie's like, it's a very awkward drive. Valerie's just looking away, like from everyone, trying to avoid the scenario. Just like, I don't want to talk to anyone. And hearing the phone buzz, and it's like a wave of relief, like, oh, just thank God, something. And just sees where you at. And Valerie will say, oh, type in, returning to the Haven.
I'll respond. Want to talk? Nothing bad.
You will get a simple sure.
Meet me at the balcony when you get here.
All right. Valerie, you River drives the rest of the way, the 30-minute drive down to the Sponge Docks area, up to the Haven, parks the car. He even stopped for food along the way, so that way have a plausible alibi of having gone and done some errands. And has McDonald's, of all things, for himself and for Mark. And you all head inside, and you head up to the balcony where Rex is waiting for you, and the scene is yours.
Oh, hey, there you are. How you doing?
Just like a bit of a pause before Valerie just kind of doing okay. Just went and did some errands with River, and Mark didn't want to leave Mark here alone, so brought him along with.
Can I have insight into that?
We can't.
Go ahead and give me a manipulation and subterfuge, Val, and Rex, you can go ahead and give me a wits and insight.
I'm a blood surge.
Okay.
Oh no, I finally got hungry.
There you go.
Had to happen at some point, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
I'll save that. 6 success critical.
Okay.
You know what? I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna fail that because this. There's no way in hell I'm gonna make that.
All right. Okay, so, yeah, Valerie seems to be telling the truth. She's being honest. She just went and did some errands with the ghouls and didn't leave Mark there to avoid anyone feeling uncomfortable.
All right, well, take a seat. He'll point to the lawn chair.
Valerie will take a seat, just looking out to towards the, I think the balcony is toward the water, right? So just looking out towards the water.
Mhm.
Do I still have Blush of Life activated?
Yeah,
or that
you do.
Yeah. Just actually taking like a deep breath in, just. What do you want to talk about?
He'll look over. You breathing? What'd you go out and do?
Some errand. One of it was getting food, but to be honest, I actually just wanted to feel the air on my skin again. It's been a while.
Yeah, that's fair. I smoke, but it doesn't do fucking anything anymore. Oh well. Look, hey, I know a lot's happening. I'm trying to do this Baron shit, and I know that I promised you a position. And well, I guess I wanted to formally say it. Valerie, if I get my Valerie, when I get my barony, I want you to be my sweeper.
Valerie's still looking out to the water, like kind of nods and kind of. I'll be honest, right? I'm not sure how things are going to look here in the future. If I am still around, I would like to take you up on that offer, but with how things are panning out here, I'm not sure how long I'll stay or what will happen.
I'm sorry, are you going somewhere?
I don't know. It's with the whole parlor thing and with everything, it's the Tampa thing. I don't know. I'm not as sure for the future anymore. What's going on? What's happening? The co-barons could have killed us, to be honest, or at least one of us. Easily, if we mess up here, all of us could lose our existence.
No, we're not gonna mess up. They're the ones that fucked up that meeting, not us. Well, some exceptions bearing. But, no. Those assholes aren't barons. They wouldn't have given us just a month if they were real barons. They just wanted to scare us. They just wanted to make us look like clowns. To a certain extent, they did. But it's all meaningless nonsense anyway.
It'll be us who have the laugh, so ultimately we'll be on top of this.
Well, when I'm Baron, I'm trying to take some goddamn responsibility around here. From what little I've seen of it, the Anarch Baronies are a fucking mess. They want some real change, I'll give it to them. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Like, Valerie just kind of stares out and will actually look to you now and just say, and how will you do that? How are you going to make that change? Because it seems many others here have tried. Everything's still the same shithole that it had always been.
That's the thing, I don't think anyone's trying. I think everybody was just given their position. I think they just ran into it. They didn't actually want it. Nobody here wants it. It's all nonsense. Pharaoh doesn't even seem like he wants to do shit. De Leon, he's the only one with actual conviction around here. And even then, I think he's only here for Carmen. He could go in any other part of the state. He could go into a northern state if he wanted to. Carmen's the only reason he's still here. No doubt about it.
De Leon is not an anarch. He's just the cartel. He's just a gang member. Not really much more to that.
I know. I've lived it. It's the same damn thing to me, but I know it's not to him. He could leave this bitch anytime. I imagine he'd probably see this place burn. But his little child is here, so he respects it enough. He does what he can to stay in power to his own extent. He told me himself, he's trying to make me like a mini him. It's not going to work. But whatever I can say to him to get his support, that's all I need. Hopefully I got that from Carmen the other night that I talked to her, but I stepped on her toes a little bit. So, who knows? She could just betray me at any time.
I at least made sure with her that things were smooth. I talked to her. She was a lot more receptive to me, at least. I at least got her to give me some information about my sire and about the co-barons in exchange for, and the idea that we'd work together in exchange for, giving information and a minor boon. They were trying to make it a major, but she has quite the attachment to the old Prince Isabel, so I'll leave you to bring that up and talk about the dream, whatever dying thing that is.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to her again at some point. Not tonight. Not for a little bit. I'm gonna let it chill. You know, she fucking bit me.
How am I not surprised?
Wasn't exactly consensual, so.
But I guess you finally can see it now, Rex, how being empowered, people just hate you because you're the one that they want to be. Avery.
Yeah, I miss Avery. Miss Gwendale too. I didn't like giving that speech to Jade, or Alex, sorry. I didn't like giving that speech to Alex. She deserved it, of course. But I don't know. I longed for that time a couple months ago when y'all just trusted me. Y'all knew that I was the leader. No question about it. But sometimes you gotta lay down the law. I tried that with Avery and she ran off. I don't know if that was the reason. Could be many reasons. But yeah, especially many reasons considering that first night we met. But you know, you think times are tough, things are tough. I've got to make tough decisions.
Yeah, and people will always hate you for making those decisions. That's what I noticed, amongst being a Ventru and seeing other Ventrus, even seeing the Barons and others in charge. Lines of people will hate you and call you all sorts of things just because of the title or who you happen to be.
Yeah. Well, they hate us because they ain't us. You know how it goes. I'll have to get my shit together. We're gonna take this barony whether they like it or not, or I'll die trying, whichever happens first.
I guess if I can say anything, I recommend finding a way to put the force behind your words. There are plenty of fledglings and others who just want power for the sake of it, who want to challenge a position because they think they can. Hot-headed Brujas or anyone else. So just make sure you have something to dissuade them at the very least.
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't know if you've heard this, but De Leon was telling me that the time of the young is coming soon. Time of the thin bloods and shit as well. So, elders aren't gonna be able to last very long. All that beckoning shit that I've heard about.
Yes, it is. With this, what you wanted to talk about? This.
Yeah. Well, I needed to get the formal shit out the way first. And then the sentimental value. And I guess philosophizing. But I need you to do what you do best. I need everyone's help if I'm gonna get this shit done. And I want to know that you are on my side.
I made a deal, and I don't back down on my deals. I keep to my word. I'm on your side, Rex.
Okay. I'm gonna have to break the ice to Annalise and Alex at some point. Hell, I expect they already suspect something based on some words I've said. And if not, well, they'll surely be surprised.
I will say I do appreciate that you taken me back after the whole the mistake I made in the neutral zone and after what happened in Tampa. I know it's very dumb of a mistake I've made, and it's not easy to trust someone who's come back from Tampa. It's the second time, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, you talked about that Mithras shit, right?
Yeah, I don't even know what I'm thinking talking about that thing, that cult. I don't even. I think I was just trying to get my sire in trouble. I don't even. Spouting nonsense, not even knowing anything about it.
Rex, it's about this point you get a text message from Nate. Nate saying, "Yo, I need a fix."
Yeah, well, some tough decisions need to be made. I'll see you around, Valerie. He'll get up and he'll flick his cigarette off the balcony, turning around and heading downstairs.
I'll stay behind, kind of looking out towards the moon the whole time.
Rex, you manage to find your way back to your haven through whatever means you deem appropriate for arriving there. And when you get there, Nate is already just like pacing at your front door. Just like he's got big time withdrawal energy. You hadn't heard from him in a few weeks. The last time you heard from him, you sent him out to De Noche, and he went radio silent after that. Didn't check back in, didn't report.
I'll go ahead and we'll walk up. I'll just toss my bike into the yard. All right. I'll get you what you need. Hold on.
Hey, man. Yeah, I had to do a couple weeks in the cooler, cause apparently I made a scene at that place he sent me to, and they called the cops and they put me in jail for a few days.
Yeah. Okay. Rex will go ahead and grab his keys and unlock his door and head on in.
Okay. He follows you in without hesitation.
All right, what you looking for tonight?
Ooh, I don't know, man. Anything really? Cause, maybe some heroin.
I haven't gotten some H in a bit. Look, I've got some coke. You want to do some of that?
Yeah, I mean it's better than nothing.
He'll head back into the depths of his falling apart domicile, finding a little safe underneath his shitty little bed, and grabbing a wad of coke in a baggie and heading back up to the front living room. He'll bring out the little mirror. He'll do the little lines.
Ooh, we being fancy?
Yeah.
Hang on. And he like pulls out $100 bill and starts rolling it up into a tube. There we go. Be extra fancy. Feel like Scarface.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he goes down, does a line, sits, like rears back up, sits and like leans back on the couch as he waits for the effect to hit him.
Yeah, man. Rex will do one, even though it won't affect him much. At least not in this condition.
You know they didn't even let me in through the door at that fancy ass place.
Why is that?
The dog, they've got fucking dogs now for sniffing out people with drugs on them. It was sniffing around my pants, and they kept saying that I couldn't come in because I had illicit substances on me and they weren't gonna deal with my bullshit. And it was just, they weren't gonna they weren't letting me in, and I started making a little bit of a scene.
Yeah, well, that sounds about right.
I also kicked the dog.
Okay.
It looked like it was he was biting at my leg. He was biting at my leg though.
I'll sit down on the couch next to him.
Goes back and he does another line, just hunched over the mirror.
Rex will lean in a little bit to match him. I'll say, sometimes actions have consequences, and I'll just go in for the bite.
Yeah, no issue. He wasn't expecting it. You sink your teeth in, and you feel him kind of like stiffen a little bit at first, but then just relax under it. And how much are you taking from him?
I would like to slake 2 hunger, please. Down to 0 hunger.
All right. Going down to 0 hunger means that you have to drain him fully.
Understood.
Okay. You drink and you drink and you feel his heart rate beneath your fangs slowing and slowing as you continue to consume. And eventually you just feel him go limp beneath you, and in your head you can hear that last heartbeat before it goes completely silent. And he just collapses on the coffee table. And for the first time since your embrace, you're full. There's silence. You don't hear that voice in the back of your head. It's gone fully to sleep.
You were a liability, Nate. I was tired of it. Failure after failure. Drug after drug. Burned on your stupid body.
It's about that time you get another text message from Annalise saying, "Hey, I've got a hit."
I'll respond back. Clean up on aisle 3.
Just a thumbs up. And that's where we're gonna go and head into break. Thank you so much for tuning in with us so far. We're gonna take about a 5-minute break, and we will see you here shortly. And welcome back. So last we left off, our coterie members went and did their various little excursions for the week before reconvening today. Go ahead and everyone give me your rouse checks.
I know no wanna.
Too bad.
Please don't make me go back from 0.
Can we say I fed on my herd over the course of the
Damn
week?
it.
Club Zero's
Oh,
fun,
buddy.
but it's short-lived.
I
What's
mean,
up?
for
What-
some, I'm with mine for 3 weeks.
What's up, Alex?
Can we say I fed on my herd
Yeah,
over the
it-
course of the week?
Yeah, it's assumed that you guys do your feeding and everything throughout the week. All right, so Rex, you had gotten a message from Annalise to which you responded that you needed clean up on aisle 3.
And Annalise would have replied with, send me an address.
Okay. I'll say that address was sent. You would have picked up Rex and the body and I guess taken it back to the Haven to take care of it. Maybe? Or where
I
would
also
you want to
could
go?
have just,
Where'd
you got a
wanna-
place you don't give a shit about the floor, Rex?
I mean, I was just gonna leave him in my cell if you couldn't do anything.
Do you give a shit about the floor in the cell?
Nope.
Cool. Go dissolve some junkie.
All right, go ahead and give me the rouse check to dissolve him.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
You'll also see my absolutely god-awful Haven.
Yeah.
No hunger.
No hunger?
No increase.
Okay. All right, yeah. So you're able to just like do the vitae and just be like, he'll be dissolved in like what by the time you get back home.
Secrets in the sauce.
But I'll say that after you have started the process of dissolving him, you guys can get into Annalise's car
Yeah.
to start heading back to the Haven so that all of you can reconvene. So can convene for the evening.
Yeah.
And did you guys want to have conversation before getting to the Haven?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a couple things to ask Rex about.
He'll be like just eyes closed, leaning back into his chair, really wanting a cigarette, but being modest enough to not smoke in her car.
I don't give a shit. Roll the window down. So while we're driving, you know, I have been wondering since you asked me to look into the hospital. You said you just wanted to fuck with them, but they're just generic kindred assholes. Like, that's what most crazy fucking barons are like. So why do you give a shit about fucking with them specifically? Because that hospital is tighter than Fort Knox, and to get the DEA and aren't you a dealer? Why do you give a shit if they're dealing drugs? I don't think it's out of the goodness of your little beating heart.
I guess I need to be straight with you then. It's not just me targeting random barren assholes, and I'm very surprised that their security is that tight. Look, I'm trying, and I've been advised by De Leon on this, to target them specifically. I am trying to become Baron.
Interesting. Well, I appreciate you no longer treating me like a mushroom, because keeping me in the dark and feeding me crap doesn't work well. Alright, I could see you being a Baron. Though I will say, I have backed you up an awful lot in recent nights for somebody I've known less than what, like a month?
That's about right.
So, tell me something about yourself. Who the fuck are you? I've been putting my neck out a lot for you lately, and I don't object to doing that because it makes coterie work easier, but it'd be nice to know who the fuck I'm sticking my neck out for.
I get it. I am some stupid ass kid from Pensacola who got into a bad gang after his dad died. And then, after about 14, 15 years of work doing cartel shit, I fucking died violently. But it was during a training mission from a certain asshole. A certain ugly asshole. And he decided, in the goodness of his dead, cold beating heart, to keep me alive, unalive, for whatever goddamn reason. And then he barely taught me shit, slapped me on the ass because I was dead on the camera, and told me, go to fucking Tarpon Springs, go work for the big head honcho, and have yourself a life over there. I'm legally dead. The people, everybody who knows me that wasn't part of the cartel anyway, knows that I'm dead, or at least believes that I am. And so I've been doing my job. I've taken over the coterie. Well, I say taken over. They kind of gave me this position from pretty much the beginning.
The leadership role.
Yes, I assumed the role. That's a better way to put it. And now here we are.
Okay. Well, fair's fair. I am from New York, as I'm sure you could guess.
I think you told me.
My mom made the mistake of marrying the asshole that got her pregnant. And my dad made her life a living hell for the rest of it. I tried not to be in the house when that was happening because after decades of asking her why she didn't fucking leave, I got tired of being upset by it. Shortly after I went to college, he fucking caved her head in, and I found out maybe a year or two later that there was a chance for me to become a bigger monster than he ever was, and I jumped at it. I was schooled for a couple years. I learned a lot of shit that probably would scare most kind and a few kindred too. And I haven't looked back. I mean, it's a bummer, I guess, that your family or whoever knew you thinks you're dead, but I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, Rex. I am so fucking jealous of you because you had people to cry for you. Nobody even fucking noticed that I went missing.
Well,
I got one asshole that's in jail somewhere in the state, and I got one fucking person that I considered a friend that I don't even know where she's at right now. So, at least you had people to cry for you.
Yeah, well, I doubt my mother knows what I'm doing, or if she even knows that I'm dead. Whatever.
Yay, shitty parents.
Yay, shitty parents.
I mean, well-adjusted people don't become kindred, so.
I guess that's fair.
Have you met Valerie and Alex? Come on.
Yeah, well, maybe some cam child somewhere actually had a happy family for once.
Maybe. I will say I did choose this. It was too tempting to pass up to be able to be the bigger fucking monster in the room for once. And oh, I wanted to tell you because you asked me about Marky Mark's phone. He doesn't have one. I think I mentioned that, but Valerie came to me like a day later and asked me to encrypt her shit. And I encrypted it. She asked me to encrypt it from myself as well. And I told her the truth, that that's not a thing that's ever going to happen with any coda ever. We can always get back into our own shit. And I told her that if De Leon asks me to break into her shit, I will tell her. And that if you ask me to, that is between you and her.
I'll give you a secret. I do want Valerie to be in a position of power under my barony. But she said some not too great things a while ago. Something suspicious. So maybe look into that.
Okay. Do you want texts, GPS? What do you want?
All of it if you can manage, but just GPS for now. She said
Okay.
that she might not be here, and she's always been here. So I'm a little suspicious about that.
Okay. I'll see what I can find, and I'll set up active tracking. That is, however, between you and her. I'm not going to say shit because you are running the coterie and I'm reporting to you directly, but I would recommend you give her a heads up in some form if you want to keep whatever trust you two have. You guys have been together longer than I've been here, so.
I don't know if I trust her right now to tell her that.
Fair enough. I'll leave it to your judgment. Oh, and I know who the fuck our boy is down in fucking Dune Eden.
Yep. Good.
He's a fucking grocery store employee.
Poor puppy boy, I guess.
Yup. All right. So I assume this has been enough time for us to get back to the Haven
100%. Yeah, you pull up into
and
the
meet
Haven.
up with these other damaged motherfuckers.
Yeah, you meet up at pull up at the Haven. River's car and Mark's cars are parked in the driveway as usual. And you guys head inside. Alex and Valerie are present, and you're all reconvened, and the scene's yours.
Oh, and Annalise is actually in like not goth clothing for once. She is in like a soft girl blouse with floral print and colorful eyeshadow and lip gloss, and looking more cottagecore and less cyberpunk.
I'm just crocheting right now as I'm waiting for seeing both of them arrive. I give them a nod. I'm focusing on what I'm doing, but just kind of nod to their presence.
I'm serving a decent meal to the two ghouls.
All right, Shell, we gotta get going.
So what are investigating? What leads do we have? What are we investigating right now? Where are we starting?
His name is Andre Fisher, not related to me. It's spelled different. Worked at a Publix. He's been missing for 4 weeks. Was reported missing 3 weeks ago. And in the image we got for the storyteller, that was a weird transition out of accent. What does this guy look like?
So he is in his late 20s. Andre Fisher is a Caucasian man. He has like reddish brown hair. Average looking dude, a little he's like very tall, large body structure. Has a little bit has a little bit of weight to him. He but just generally looks like just a normal guy. Doesn't look threatening in any capacity at all. Other than
Average dude next door.
Average dude next door, yeah. Has a friendly enough face.
Kid was built for customer service. Okay. Yeah, that's what I've got. Along with some potential access to matching up other people if we get any more photos. So get while the getting's good.
Do we happen to have his address?
Do I have his address? Okay, yeah. We have his address.
I think it might serve some good to investigate where he's been missing, or at least in the home, to see if there's any clues onto who is behind all this. And then maybe after, if there's nothing there, we can, I guess, patrol the urban maze and see if there's anything where any place that might serve as its haven or place of hiding. Because there's not a lot of bodies are being found. Might be stashing them away somewhere like last time.
That
Just
works.
in case. Just in case, I went and grabbed the cameras from the sewer around here so that we can set them up somewhere if we need to. We'll go grab them. Rex will go into a different room so where
Okay.
you put those. Come back pretty quickly.
All right, yeah, able to do that easy enough.
Go ahead, continue.
Well, we can start setting up cameras, patrolling, see if we can find anywhere. I think both avenues of investigation are equally valid.
Rex, you could talk to that raccoon, right?
Yeah, I can talk to pretty much anything now.
Homeboy had a cat. I think it might be at the shelter now. I don't know exactly where, but he had a cat that was left in the apartment. The cops found it kind of scrawny looking, and I don't know if maybe it heard something. I don't know how close to home he was when he got taken.
It's a chance, but if it was emaciated, it probably didn't know anything beyond and its owner leaving and not coming back. So
Still might be worth a shot. I
And
mean,
Elise is gonna make puppy dog eyes at you and be like, "Can I go find the cat, Rex?"
yeah, we could go look into the cat.
Yay!
I mean, animals have served to be somehow the most reliable witness out of everyone we've talked to, so it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, true enough. That Chihuahua helped a lot.
Muted.
I thought I hit the button, but I guess it didn't go. So you head into the apartment?
Yeah, let's head to the apartment.
All right.
All
Sounds
right.
like a plan.
All right, so you start driving south to Dunedin. It's about a 30-ish minute drive with traffic. But as you're driving, you're going down, what's this road called? You're going down Keene Road, and you pass by the Publix that he would have worked at. And you can see it's like a 6-minute drive from like the apartments you're heading to. It's a 6-minute drive from the Publix. So you pull up and it's like this nice little apartment complex, very homey. It's got like one of those built lakes. What are they called? Regardless. But it's got one of those lakes that that are manufactured for places. And
Like an artificial pond.
yeah, it's like an artificial pond almost, but like it's very big. But you get to the apartment complex. It's called Alpine Place. And just general apartment buildings, nothing too fancy. Like there's a pool. A lot of the apartments are either like they're duplexes more than anything. But it's a very nice neighborhood. You do know which building and apartment number is his.
Okay. I would like to do Blush of Life in case we run into any locals.
Okay. Go ahead and do your rouse check.
I'm gonna check around for cameras.
All right. Go ahead and give me a wits and awareness.
Oh no, I got hungrier.
It's okay.
No, it's not. I don't think it is.
I don't give a shit what you think, Ventru.
No. Just wait till I'm gonna be your boss one day.
Only if you break that blood bond, bitch.
There's no blood bond.
All right. Well, then never mind.
I just
back in character.
liked it. Hell, I loved it.
I love my Sire so much for some reason.
I'm just, yeah, it's just, I'm really, really invested.
6
Mommy
successes
issues? Who's that?
critical.
6 successes with a critical. Yeah, you're easily able to see. This is one of one of those apartment complexes that like has like neighborhood watches and everything, and like a hired security guard to drive around. And you do see that there are cameras set up strategically, like more in the commonplace areas. Like there's one by the pool, there's one in the parking lot of every building.
Man, this place is tight. Must be getting fucking stupid rent.
Depends on if you know people. I got a couple different options we could take. Do you want to be private investigators? Do you want to be tech support? How do we want to play this? Because somebody's gonna come out and ask who the fuck we are and what the fuck we're doing in that neighborhood.
Can go private investigator. I mean, I think. At least I looked the part.
Crafty? Can I have like multiple different little pockets in my wallet with like different Vistaprint business cards for different fake ass fucking jobs under my mask name?
If you had printed them out in your downtime, I would have said yes, but currently no. So it
Fine.
could be a downtime action for this next week.
All right, that might have to be a thing because I need some business cards to help pull this shit off. That's okay. Okay. Yeah, so I will park by the building he was in, and are there like security guards or is it just like a neighborhood watch thing?
It's like the one security guard that also kind of that just drives around in a golf cart.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Alex.
Rent a cop.
Miss Fisher?
Yes, Chef Baker.
Is there a name we should call you for this operation? Or any of the others who have a properly established mask?
If we run into anybody that's a problem, I assume this conversation happening still inside the car.
In the car, yeah.
If we run into anybody that's a problem, you can call me Sarah or Sarah Fielding. And I'll talk really differently when that happens, so you'll know what to do, okay?
I just don't want to accidentally call you the wrong thing and break your disguise.
Appreciate that. The effort is noted. You're doing good, kid. Anybody else got a mask, or am I the only one with a human disguise?
I do. You know the name Hannah. Oh, no, sorry, Hannah. Oh, God, I actually remember. Sorry, I'm going to check that real quick. Continue on.
Do, 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 do,
No pressure me, no.
do.
It's been so long I think I had to use it.
We love you anyway, Jay.
Crafty, I did want to say that I did want to steal Nate's like ID and like his phone.
Yeah, that would have been easy enough.
Where's my knife block?
I need to get all the contacts that he had that I didn't directly have. So
You can call me Iris.
well, I ain't got shit. So just ignore me because they're probably not gonna be able to see my ass anyway.
Whose wallet were you grabbing when I picked you up?
The asshole you melted.
What's his name?
Not important.
Well, what I'm saying is, if you are in a pinch and you need to give a name, give that one.
Mr. Green.
There you go.
You can call me Kaylee.
Haley?
Kaylee.
I thought you
Caitlin.
said
Oh.
Hannah.
Sorry, that was.
She
me
was
mixing
having a
up.
moment.
I was having, yeah. It's been a long week.
Understood.
All right. Okay, so I realized I wouldn't have the Vistaprint cards, but would it be possible for me to have like one of those high-vis yellow reflective jacket things in the car, like people that are doing telephone pole maintenance and that kind of thing?
Do you have
Just
check
like
the trunk?
don't think so yet, no.
Okay. I'm gonna say no.
Okay, that's fair. I figured I'd ask.
That's all good. All
All right. At least I'm not dressed like a goon tonight.
Yeah. All right. So you guys
All right.
heading to his apartment?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will try to avoid the cameras in such a way. When I am on camera, I'll look like I'm going a completely different direction than them.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm going to try to wrap around into a blind spot, obfuscate, and then and follow them.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay in the parking lot and keep a lookout.
All right.
You chilling in the car?
All right. Who's heading up to the apartment then? So it's just gonna be Annalise, Valerie, and Rex.
And I'll use heightened senses to keep a lookout as well.
Okay.
See
No problem.
see if the guy's coming back.
All right.
Yeah.
Rouse, right?
I would have
Yes,
brought
Rose
my
for,
laptop with
unseen
me.
passage.
Failure.
I would have brought my laptop with me, and train left the station without me on it. Hang on a second.
Oh, good. I gotta look something up anyway. Yes,
go
it's a rouse check for unseen passage.
Yep. I'll go ahead and send a text to Valerie and just being like ninja emoji.
I remembered it. I also wanted to activate Sense the Unseen.
Sense the unseen? Alright. You can 100% do that. That is a passive feature.
I'll respond to the text with a question mark. That'll be my only response.
I'll have a hastily written text message that looks like it's supposed to.
Sorry, my thing paused. Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, I'll send a hastily written but auto-corrected version of the word obfuscate. So hopefully you'll be able to interpret that.
I probably will. I mean, considering I have a good amount of cult, so I'm probably just connect the two dots, you know.
It comes through, it says obstinate.
Yeah, obstinate. And then like see the ninja emoji, realize, you know, Rex, oh, obfuscate, okay. And then just kind of, well, I'll say, I'll try and keep an eye out. I'll be the one I can, you know, manipulate anyone who's trying to look at us or comes to us and try and redirect them. So, unless
Okay.
you want to do so, Alex.
That was the plan.
I guess I'll be along with you and keeping an eye out. Make sure that we can
I'd say
redirect
you do
anyone.
better inside in case there's people in that need dealt with.
Okay. I think we can work with that.
Okay. All right, so you guys head up to the apartment. There's no interference from anyone. It's late at night, so there's not really a lot of movement at night. But you do head up the stairs up to his apartment. You see that the door is closed.
Is it locked?
High or low?
Hi.
You reach over to check the lock, and you find that it's open.
Fucking forensics teams don't finish their goddamn work. All right. And I will open it and kind of take a peek around with my Sense the Unseen, and if it looks clear, I'll head in.
So you go in. Go ahead and give me a wits and awareness. Anyone who's going into the apartment.
Me too.
Plus my aspects.
Yes.
I feel like I'm only at 2 hunger. I can risk another rouse. Why not?
Sure. It's not like anything.
I think
bad's
it's kind
gonna
of
happen.
important. When has anything ever happened that was bad? I'm on the way up.
3 successes.
3 successes. Okay.
2 successes, and I'm not re-rolling because my willpower is thin.
My roll's happening, I swear.
And I assume that she sees me with my obfuscate going. Anyways. Because she's making consensus up.
No, she did not roll. Well, would need you to roll your I think it's dexterity and obfuscate to determine how
Sneaky.
how strong your obfuscate is in comparison.
So I got a 4 success.
Would
with
it be
potential
like
bestial
dexterity and stealth?
Let me hang on. There's a roll for it. It is obfuscate rules. It is Only works the observer. As per general obfuscate rules.
Wits plus obfuscate?
Yes, it's wits plus obfuscate. There it is.
Muted.
Other cards.
It's not great. Well, I guess I gotta take that shit. It was a messy critical for 5
Oh
successes.
yeah.
I'll just you're just focused. You're gonna just be your compulsion. You're wanting to find out what's happening here. Secret.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, basically, no, Annalise, you can't see Rex. His obfuscate's too strong.
My sense the unseen has not fucking worked once, and I am starting to feel like my Auspex needs some fucking work.
Okay, so the first thing that you guys notice when you go in is that it is very dark. So it's actually hard for Annalise and Rex to kind of see a little bit, just with the successes that they got. Valerie, your senses are a little sharper. You see that that people have come in to this apartment and have started packing things up. Like, you see that there are things that are in boxes and trash bags that have just kind of been left to the side.
Well, I'll point it out. I'll say, seems like someone packing things up, perhaps family or forensics. I'll go over and I'll try to see what's being packed up.
Okay. Yes, Annalise.
The security cameras that were posted around the area, did they look like they were hardwired or Bluetooth accessible?
Hardwired.
All right. Is there a computer in the apartment anywhere that I can find with my shitty vision?
I'll say that if you like it's a 1-bedroom place, so like when you go in, it's pretty open floor plan, kitchen right there, living room right there, and you do see that there is a desk where a computer would have been. But as you approach, you see that it is gone. Either forensics or whoever's been packing the stuff up has already been through here. Mm-hmm. Valerie, go ahead and give me a wits and investigation.
I like that roll a lot more.
Gonna start poking around myself.
And I could blood surge and just keep being hungrier now. Oh,
do I see any of the cat stuff while we're looking around? Like the cat bowl or a bed or anything?
You can, I'll say with your 2 successes, you see where the cat stuff would have been. But yeah, it's been packed up, and you don't see a cat.
I got a 2 success with potential bestial failure.
2 successes is enough. You see that in the trash bags, it's mostly clothing that's in there. The boxes have like books. Some boxes have kitchenware. This house is being packed up. They don't either by family or by the owner, like the landlord. This house is being packed up because it's not being used anymore.
So if everything obvious is going to be tampered then.
Going outside, Alex, go ahead and give me a wits and awareness, and you can add your heightened senses to it.
3 successes.
3 successes. So you're looking around, keeping an eye on things. The security guard is just doing his thing. You see that he's just driving around aimlessly, but while he's driving, you see that he is doing the reckless thing of just on his phone while he's driving the golf cart around this complex, making periodic stops and just fiddling around. This is basically just a night gig for him. He doesn't really actually genuinely care or to pay attention for any oncoming threats. With your heightened senses, though, as you're looking around, your nose picks up on a scent that you are very familiar with. You're picking up on the scent of blood. Just like on the wind.
I'm going to get out of the car and head in that direction, but keep my distance and try to see it from afar.
Okay. You start heading towards the smell of the blood, kind of like a little bit of a track, like a hound, like a hunting dog, like sniffing out prey, and you're following the sense of blood, but you're not finding a source, no matter how. Like, you feel like you get close, and then you don't, but you don't see anything. And then it's go ahead and give me a wits and insight.
Can I text Annalise to come out here?
First, give me the roll.
What did you say it was?
Wits and insight.
With heightened senses? Or...
No, just wits and insight. This is basically you just trying to come to a conclusion of something.
6 successes. I got 3 10s.
So as you're tracking the
Nice.
smell, you're realizing that the reason it's not leading somewhere is because as you're following, you realize that the scent is moving.
As I assumed. So I'm going to get out my phone, text Annalise, and tell her to come out here. I think there's something she needs to help me with.
All right. Moving back to the apartment. You guys you haven't gotten the text message yet. You're moving through the apartment. Are you going further in?
Yeah.
Okay. So you head into the bedroom. You see that the bedroom has the bed has been stripped, and you see that there is a connecting bathroom attached to the bedroom that is currently closed. But looking around the bedroom, you can see that it is just this is the room that's been the most packed up. The dresser's empty. There is a TV in the room, like a mounted to the wall. The bed has been stripped and is just kind of chilling there. The closet doors are wide open, and all that's left inside are hangers. Do you go further? Do you check the bathroom?
I'll go ahead and check the bathroom.
All right. So as you open up the bathroom door, Rex, you are hit with the smell of blood.
Oh man.
It is dark inside though.
I'll go ahead and turn on my phone flashlight.
You turn on your phone flashlight, and as you pan the light over into the bathroom, you see that there is a body just laying on the tiled ground, just laying dead. You see that it is pale white. There is some blood staining the shirt of this individual, who appears to be an old woman, like in her 60s, early 60s. That just is kind of just laying dead on the ground. Blood staining her blouse. She doesn't appear to have many injuries on her. And as about that time that Annalise, you get the text message from Alex.
Hey guys, we got a problem outside.
Hearing that, I'll step out of my obfuscation and I'll walk in. Yeah, there's a problem in the bathroom, too.
What kind of problem?
Well, it doesn't sound as alarming as yours is, but there is a very messy feed in the bathroom.
Shit.
Oh, yay. Well, then that means whatever fed might be the problem that's outside, so let's fucking go. And I will walk briskly back towards the car.
Wait, Annalise, but we still have to clean this up. Someone could be coming in any moment, and if they see this, it will be.
We'll just lock.
All right, well then why don't you go to the car right the fuck now, and I will clean this.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. I'll
I
start.
assume I'd have texted with my current location, said like Annalise in particular.
Yes.
So, like, we see the current location, or want to share current location. Valerie
was-
will hustle on over.
All right. So Valerie and Rex, you head on outside and reconvene with Alex. Annalise, what are you doing?
I'm going to look at the body and sigh and say, sorry, hon, you didn't deserve this. And I'm going to put her in the bathtub and gross a vitae.
As you
And
put her in the bathtub, go ahead and give me a wits and awareness.
Oh, fuck. Is she about to turn? Jesus Christ. Okay. That's not so bad. That could be worse. Not using my aspects anymore.
No, it's not an aspects sort of deal. It's just a standard wits and awareness.
Fair.
It's just you noticing something.
4 successes, finally.
4 successes. All right. So with 4 successes, you notice that the curtain has been put in the bathtub, and the way that it's in the bathtub almost looks like there had been something laying on it initially. It almost looks like a nest.
Like maybe somebody that doesn't know how to make a haven or find a place to stay was hiding in the bathroom.
Yes. This bathroom
Right.
you also notice that this bathroom has no windows.
Yeah. I will note that and proceed with disposing of the poor old woman that probably stumbled across this fucker while she was packing up his shit.
All right, you go. Yes.
If you don't mind, I'd like to note my high functioning addiction. It says I can add 1 dice to a category pool from drinking a user that had that substance. So for the sake of not wanting to metagame, I'll go ahead and say social pools.
Okay, yeah.
But I just want you to know that to remind you that was a thing, and I needed to remember to do that.
Yeah. Okay. What page is that
No
on?
change.
High functioning addiction is on 180.
180. I just passed it. All right.
And I have the effects of cocaine on me right now as well, if I need to use it.
All right.
No change to hunger.
Okay. So you're going about melting the lady. Do you go through her pockets before?
Yeah, I will go through her pockets, and if I find like wallet, ID, anything that looks like it could be of significance to her, or anything like that.
You find her phone.
All right, I'll take her phone. She wasn't carrying a wallet. What the hell?
Old lady. Women don't have
Fair.
pockets.
It's probably in a purse somewhere.
Yeah.
Probably in a purse somewhere. Okay. Then yeah, I will take her phone and dispose of this poor old woman that deserved better. And like, once it's, I don't know how long it's gonna take, but if she's kind of small and it gets to where she's kind of goopy, I'll probably like start the shower head running at the top of the tub so that it'll wash stuff down the drain as it goes.
Okay. So, back outside, Valerie and Rex have met up with Alex, and you guys have reconvened. Alex, you cannot pinpoint where the scent is coming from with the successes that you got. But you know that it is moving. You know that it's moving, you just can't pinpoint it and you can't see it.
I assume it's using obfuscate, and I was hoping Annalise would be here to help with that.
Well, currently you have Rex and Valerie. The scene, the scene is yours.
I thought I said specifically to bring Annalise.
Unfortunately, the mess had to be cleaned up, so it's better to make sure we're not seen than to catch this thing right now. Because if they find a body, then things get a lot harder. So let's go.
let's just keep an eye out. I'll give it a look-see. Maybe I can relate to this situation, and I'll try to use my ambush expertise to see if there's a suitable. I don't know if I can explain that.
I would say it would be an intelligence and stealth roll with your ambush specialty to see if you can discern where an ambush could be taken.
Okay, thank you.
And yes, Mango, you could have texted the group chat to indicate that you think it was nesting in the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's gonna be 4 successes.
4 successes. So you're looking around this general area, and at night, there are several places that an ambush could be done. It could be it could ambush you from behind the cars, or by the pool, like the bathroom building for the pool, because there's like real dark over there. But like there's a couple of places that it can ambush, but unless you actually can see it, you won't know where it's gonna come from.
Let's move to a little bit more of an open position in case it jumps out at us.
How about staying? We put a wall around it.
What's that?
Yeah, you cut out.
How about staying in the car so we have a wall around us?
Well, unfortunately, we do need to get this thing. The longer that it keeps being out here, the more bodies it can rack up and the more messes we have to clean up. So it might just be best to try and at least push it in a bad situation and strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah, we don't
Possibly.
want it to get us get away if it tries to. And us being in a car gives it a better opportunity to just get the hell out of here. And then
I
we'll
have its
lost our
trail.
lead.
You have what?
I have its trail. I am actively trying to.
Well, then let's
How
keep
do I
going.
explain this?
If we
So you can smell that it is moving, but you can't pinpoint where it's at because you can't see it. It isn't. If it's there, it is
can tell
invisible.
the difference.
Like-
somewhat.
You get close to, like, by the time you get to where you think it is, it's already moved.
But it's not like actively leaving the area in the sense getting much weaker or anything.
No, it's not. It's not leaving the area. It's almost like it's avoiding you all while still observing you.
I believe
I
it's
think-
circling us, trying to get around us, so an ambush
Oh.
could be a good idea.
I'm going to pull out my phone and have the camera on, and I'm going to just take a little sweep and try and find this motherfucker. Where are you?
All right, go ahead and
I don't believe that's going to work.
Go ahead and give me a wits and awareness. Yes, Annalise.
I'm a browse.
I had Flush of Life up when I left the car. Does it know that I'm a kindred?
It doesn't know. It knows you're not outside yet, though.
I didn't know if it saw us leave the
Critical
car or
success
not.
again.
I think I was supposed to be rolling. Jade.
Yeah. It's Valerie that's rolling wits and awareness since she's using her phone.
Oh, I thought it was all of us.
No, Valerie specifically because she's trying to track it with her phone. She remembered.
While all this is happening, can I be looking for the old lady's purse in the apartment?
Yeah, I'll say go ahead and give me wits and investigation.
3 successes on my end.
3 successes. So with 3 successes, you're slowly scanning with your flashlight and everything. And as you're moving your camera past the cars, through your camera, you see the light reflecting off of some eyes in an almost predatory manner. Like, like when an animal gets caught on night vision and like the eyes are doing the reflective thing. You see that staring back at you. And you see the kindred, but when you look up from your phone, you do not see it standing there.
So here's an odd question.
Mm-hmm.
Dominate requires eye contact. I mean, I technically can't see his eyes, but I know it's there. I know his eyes are there. Could I somehow... Would that count as me getting eye contact for terms of dominate?
Let me check something real quick.
I know there's a rule if they try to avoid eye contact.
While you're checking that, 7 successes for a messy critical.
That poor lady's purse is just uber found.
So, yeah. So 7 successes. You find the purse, no issue. Messy crit does, like, compulsion doesn't make sense for me on this one, so I'm gonna just say you get 1 dot hungrier.
That's fair.
The Tremere
Woohoo, we
compulsion
rolling
is
a
so
3.
specific. Okay.
It really is.
Oh, we didn't resolve this technically, but since I found that body earlier, would that
Yes.
clear my compulsion? Okay.
Yes, that is a compulsion. You found a secret. Okay.
Secrets are no
found-
fun.
You
Secrets
found
are
something
for
that
everyone.
no one knew about. So, where's the roll to catch someone's attention?
I can tell you it is... Let me sign.
Also looking.
It is resolve plus intimidation versus target's wisp plus awareness.
Okay.
You're catching the eye of someone who's actively attempting to avoid your gaze. I assume you want me to roll that?
1 second. I'm just checking something else. Okay, yeah, it's up. I will say you can do the roll, but it will be at a 2 dice penalty.
I'm at 4 hunger. Do I risk it for the biscuit? I mean, I will have to
Risk it
route.
for the biscuit. Risk it for the biscuit.
The voice in my head's telling me to. I gotta follow.
Okay.
I
love gambling.
Does the voice
Believe
sound
it.
like
Like from,
Annalise?
oh no! We're at
5
5 hunger.
All right.
So I negate the penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can drink some white blood tonight. That'd be cool.
Why it gotta be white blood though?
Oh, hold on. It's being awkward. It keeps using my current hunger
Remember,
instead
hunger.
of my... Yeah, it's increasing my hunger before the roll, before the roll. So I could technically be able to re-roll the bestial failure part of this. So I'm gonna... Is it okay if I just say...
Go for it. You can re-roll the bestial failure part of it. So just roll
Okay.
1 dice.
2 successes.
2 successes. 2 successes. You try. You're gonna try. You try, but you fail. Because you can't see it, it's hard to pinpoint where the eyes are, and you don't know if it's like if you don't know how to meet its gaze without being able to physically see it. Annalise, by this point, I will say you're outside.
Okay. With the old lady's purse and her phone in my pocket. And
I'll say you're
do
able
I-
to see them in the parking lot. You see Valerie just pointing a light in a direction. Camera phone
Okay.
out, like the camera out, like camera phone out.
Can I make another sense the unseen
Yes.
check? Okay.
Difficulty is 4.
All right, we're risking it for the biscuit. It's
There's
wits and awareness
so
plus
many-
my aspects, right?
Correct. There are so many sirens out today.
Maybe they're trying to lure you to a watery grave.
I'm trying to get you.
They know.
Damn it, only 3 successes.
With 3 successes, you are unable to spot, like, whatever this thing's obfuscate is, it's a little too intense for you, and you're struggling to pinpoint exactly where it's at.
Man, my aspects is crap. I should have trained on that more before I left New York.
I have
So-
an idea.
I'm sorry?
I will point it out.
1
to everyone
second,
where-
Valerie. Alex? Yes?
Would we know if whites are naturally, like, just attracted to blood based on how animal they are?
That would be an intelligence and occult roll for you.
Can I just ask the coterie in the car?
You're not
Can
in
I
the
try
car,
to
you
roll
guys
for
are
it?
out still.
Yeah, we're all standing out.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
Can I try to roll for it since I'm out there now?
Yes.
If I know that. Okay.
Can I also try and roll for this? And I also have knowledge in this.
Yeah, sure.
I will help Valerie.
Do you have a cult?
Thank you, Rex.
Yes, I do. I have a single die.
So intelligence in occult, right?
Yes.
Why are all my pools 6?
Okay. 4 successes, potential bestial failure.
4 successes. Okay.
For my last willpower,
Oh, that's a good sign. Ooh.
5 successes.
5 successes.
All right, with 4 and 5 successes is enough. You guys know that from what you've learned about Wights and dealing with them, and from what you've read about them and what you've heard from your sires, collective information, you know that Wights are intelligent in a predatory manner. So more animalistic manner. They have some intelligence. And you know that they recklessly eat. They don't care about letting people live. So it's you could potentially lure it out with blood. Valerie, you have done it before. It's all a matter of if it's going to fall for the bait. Yes, Alex.
Would kindred or mortal blood work better?
Unless you would have to roll the intelligence in a cult. But
Valerie?
With 5 successes, could I tell which one would work better?
blood would work. Just blood would work. But it only
Yeah.
if it falls for the bait.
I
Got
have
it.
an idea then.
What's the
I
idea?
saw this security guard driving around. I could cut him and leave him bleeding out.
That would work if he didn't see us yet. Problem is, it knows we're here. It's looking at all of us right now. Actually, it's right over there.
Oh shit.
Rex, do you have? Actually, out of character. I don't think we know about Rex's weird spider powers yet, do we?
No. None of you know that he has weird spider powers.
Damn it. Actually, I'll ask Rex. You with your animal powers, could you perhaps get a bird to keep an eye on it, and if it goes to run off, it might be able to keep a track to it where it's going. We can find out where its lair is. If it finds a new one, if this one's compromised.
I'll try.
Because I'm probably going to try and shoot it now. Because it's right here. If I can get a shot, there's going to be a blood trail. And if we can follow the blood trail, there's pretty much nowhere it can hide.
Yes.
You have a silencer?
I just show my revolver. I do
Yes.
not have a revolver.
Yes, Annalise.
So you know what? I have Blush of Life up, and I am just going to walk over to one of the poles that there's a security camera on and act like a service technician and start fiddling with it away from the group by myself.
Okay.
I want to look like a victim.
Okay. Go ahead
I'll
and
go
give
ahead.
manipulation and performance. Or manipulation and subterfuge.
From my coat, I'm gonna have some of my spiders come out, and I'm going to try to see if I can communicate with them to be able, if they can spot it. But then I'll probably also try to maybe communicate with something else, a bird or bat or something like Valerie was suggesting.
Okay. So you're using
I
Feral
only have-
Whispers?
Yeah.
So Feral Whispers, that is a manipulation. I believe it's. Hang on. Where is it? Nope, that's the wrong one. It is. It's telepathy. I keep thinking I'm on the right page and then I'm on the wrong page.
I
There it
have
is.
1 success because I only had 3 dice.
It's gonna be a manipulation and animalism roll.
And I have no more willpower today.
And you're looking at a difficulty of 3 for the spiders having to try to keep them, to have them keep an eye out on it.
Okay. Looks like I'm gonna have to rouse for a non-familis.
Yes. 1 success.
One success. Because I only had 3 dice and I have no willpower left.
Oh boy. Okay, yeah. So you go over to do so, and Valerie, through the camera, you see that this thing is starting to like shrink back into the shadows between the cars.
Oh, fuck that. I'm rather hungry, rather grumpy, and I'm sick of this shit. So, do I guess, I'm at 5 hunger. I'm not really thinking too much. I'm just gonna start moving to a position to try and pop a shot into the Wight, because I know if I can land a shot, at least I'm trying to make sure that I'm out of camera view at the very least, if that is at all possible.
Okay.
Would that be possible?
I'll say give me a wits and awareness to see where the best spot would be.
No, did we bring River? Can you help me on this?
Did you
I don't
bring
think we
River?
did.
I don't think
I
you
mean, I
guys
probably-
did.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
I don't think we
I
did.
usually bring River for stuff, but I know that if I didn't say so, then it's fair. Let's see my
Right.
dice pool for this. 3.
All right. Also 5 successes for summoning a bird and/or bat to my service to watch it in
It's
case it leaves.
nighttime, so I would say it's more likely going to be a bat.
I mean, owls would be a type of bird that'd be common.
Not as common in Florida. Not this part of Florida, at least.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a bat.
But there are lots of bats because they love mosquitoes.
What was the role for my spiders to watch?
Manipulation and animal ken.
Animalism.
Has Valerie pointed out where approximately this thing is?
Yeah.
I did make a comment of, hey, it's like over there, and
Yeah.
now I'm moving to try and pop a cap in it.
Are you popping the cat? Okay, so you think you're out of camera shot?
That's a good sign. I'm going to aim, and I'm going to try and land a shot on it, because I know that if I can at least land one shot, we can follow the trail of the blood.
All right, so it's gonna be composure and firearms. You can use your revolver specialty, but you're gonna be at a 2 dice penalty because it's invisible. You are aware of the general direction of where it's at, but it's still a 2 dice penalty.
It's gonna be 2 dice to see.
I see, and at
With
least one
successes.
question.
Okay.
Can
hang
I-
on. Rex, what was the what were you saying?
So 2 successes to have my spiders communicate with me about seeing where it is.
The spiders. Hang on. They're your familia, so they just do stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, since
I
they're
was
your
looking at.
since they are your familias.
It says just requires a without the use of feral whispers. It only requires a difficulty 2 to
Yeah, okay.
give commands.
Okay, so with 2, then yeah, you've met it. I see it right there. So yeah, with 2 successes, they are just naturally swarming towards the location where they are, where it's standing.
Now, you actually go ahead, Annalise.
While they're starting this stuff, can I actually try to hack into the security cameras? Because I want to try to short circuit the security system so there's no footage of any of this.
Okay, go ahead and give me an intelligence and hacking. Alex, what are you doing?
I'm trying to keep a watch out for that security guard I saw previously.
Okay, you got 3 successes on your previous wits and awareness, right?
Which previous one?
When you initially smelled the blood.
Ye-
Yeah?
Yep, 3 successes.
All right. Well, with the 3 successes still rolling, I'll say you know where he is. You have an eye on him. You do see that he's starting to.
It was actually 6 successes to track him down, I think. Oh wait, no, that was for the thinking about it and realizing he was obfuscated.
Yeah. So you're able. You know where he's at. You know what he's been doing. But now when you glance over in his direction again, you see that he is starting to look over at what you guys are doing, and looks like he's putting his phone away. Annalise, 5 successes. Yeah, you're starting to like wire into the cameras, and you're going through, and you are successfully able. It's gonna take a round to shut them off, but you are in the process of getting in.
Cool.
Valerie.
I'm gonna walk over towards the security guard while this is going on.
All right.
Try to intercept.
Okay, Valerie. You said you were firing.
Yep. Would the bird or the bats be able to assist and negating the 2 dice penalty now that they're swarming him?
It'll be a 1 dice penalty now.
Okay.
Because it's still invisible. There is still an increased chance of missing because it is invisible.
And you say that it was moving away, right?
It was starting to creep back.
Okay, so I can't argue about using resolve here. All right. So yep, I'm just gonna take a shot, and you know what? I love gambling, so I'm gonna arouse. And if I fail, that means I gotta do a hunger frenzy.
Mm-hmm.
I just gotta land 1 shot.
I mean, if you hit it, it will be out of obfuscate.
That too. And it'll, blood trail. Oh, whew, hunger unchanged. It all gambled work. All works out. Let's see. So I have 5, 6. Hold on. Sorry, I'm counting my dice pool. Let's have 6 dice pool.
Isn't hunger 5 the maximum?
Oh.
Yes, but
Yes.
she furies or
Yeah,
frenzies
if she roused again and failed, she would have hunger frenzied.
5 success, messy crit.
So you fire in the direction of this this Wight. All of you hear the loud ringing of gunfire echoing throughout this apartment complex. And Valerie, all of you who Rex and Valerie, you clearly see this thing come out of obfuscate as it is hit with the bullet. Valerie, you feel the dominate compulsion come over you, and you want nothing more than to make this thing your bitch. No, not dominate, harm. You want to harm this thing. You want to kill it now. And
Get the fuck back here.
as you're approaching it more, you're continuing to approach it with your gun in hand, you see it shriek at you menacingly. And that's where we're going to end the session. Combat's going to take... Yeah, so... Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for another episode of St. Pete by Night. We're leaving on a little bit of a cliffhanger. The scabs are coming off for the evening. Thank you, but definitely come back next week to see how this fight what's going to happen on this fight. Let's see, what do we got on the schedule? It's Thursday, so tomorrow we have What the Hell Is That? Our Hunter the Reckoning stream. On Saturday, we have After Dark with our host, Kent. Sunday, we have Bloody Strings, our Camarilla game. And then on Tuesday, we have our werewolf game, Rage Across Tampa. We got a lot of programming here on St. Pete by Night. We are on podcasts now, too, so go check us out on Spotify. Apple Podcasts, wherever you want to listen to your podcast fix for the week. And come back next week and check us out. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you here next week when I potentially kill someone. Bye.
Also, check out Mementos on YouTube.
Yeah, check out Mementos on YouTube. Bye.
Bye.